Chainlink Chamber is one of the hardest levels in the game. The middle picture in the triptych of Krool's Keep, it pushes the player's skills to their limits with another desperate climb. It's the only castle level not to put time constraints on the player, but it still doesn't pull any punches. This is part 37 of Overthinking Donkey Kong Country 2. Something I didn't pick up on for a really long time is how every level in Krool's Keep, even the glacier levels, are ascending. Each level sees the Kongs climbing higher and higher. Even if it's not a deliberate stylistic choice, it does a great job of subconsciously instilling those feelings one might associate with climbing a real mountain, or any sort of challenge. The exhaustion, the determination, the danger, it all finds its way into your heart over these 6 ascending levels. I think it's best exemplified by the 3 castle levels. Chainlink Chamber, like Castle Crush before it and Toxic Tower after it, is a straight shot to the top. Not unlike the Enchanted Forest levels, the 3 castle stages serve as a sort of triptych, an inside look at Krool's Keep from the lowest point up to the highest. Chainlink Chamber's main gimmick is right there in the name, the chains. From tight horizontal lengths to hanging vertical chains and rigging like grids. The chains come in all climbable varieties, country and western. It's functionally identical to the rigging, so you know what you're in for here. What makes this level so difficult is the enemies. This is another easy to learn, hard to master sort of level. Clingers and static zingers may not seem too difficult, though some of them block some pretty narrow passages, but grids full of the two can get really difficult to traverse, and climbing a single vertical chain with no alternative, while cannonballs descend, or clobbers run at you from platforms, and crooks throw hooks at you all the while, can get pretty chaotic. Speaking of clobber, the black clobber appears here, for the first time in the entire game. This guy is a piece of shit. If he hits you, he removes a life from your total.
He's an asshole!
One thing I really appreciate about Chainlink Chamber is its diverging paths. At 2 different spots on the map, you're presented with a crossroads. Both sides have their own sets of challenges to overcome, and they all lead to the same end, but it's a cool detail that I wish other levels had. While this level is a bit of a marathon, I'd say Chainlink Chamber is probably the easiest of the 3 castle levels. And that's great, because the next one's the hardest level so far. Episode 37 in the bag. It's a fun one, and one of the most challenging levels in the game. I wish there was more to glean from the environmental detail, but it is what it is. The only other thing I can think to mention is the music. Crook's March is one of the best songs in an absolutely stacked soundtrack, but I feel like it doesn't get its due, either because it's so late in the game, or because it's outshone by all the other awesome tunes. I don't know, but it's awesome. Last normal-ish level in the game coming next, then the big boss fight. Stay tuned.